Hello. 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 Do you know him? Okay. One more guy is there. Started. Good afternoon. Balaji and Bhanu. It's audible, na?
Good afternoon.
Yeah, can hear me, na?
Yes, sir. I can hear.
Actually, my voice is very low. Yeah. And Balaji, what about you?
Yes, ma'am. I'm hearing.
Okay. Okay. So, Balaji, you're from where?
I'm from Chennai, ma'am.
Okay. So, what you completed? Did you complete the B? What you? BE or
Yeah.
BR?
I'm completed the civil engineering in 20 batch.
Okay.
Currently working as a rebar detailer, ma'am.
Okay, right. And Bhanu?
I completed my PG in structural engineering in the year
Okay.
2022, and
Okay.
now I'm working in an university to monitor all the projects happening over here.
Okay, very good. Where?
Gitam.
Okay. Okay. So let me introduce myself. My name is Soumya. I'm one of the senior faculty here. Having more than 12 years experience in various industry. Okay. Initially, I was worked as a design engineer, then worked in Scan to Bim. Then as a project manager. Okay. 5 years I worked as a project manager. Right now, yeah, I need a break. Okay. Okay, so do you know any idea about BIM? കേട്ടിട്ടുണ്ടോ എന്താണ് ബീം എന്നുള്ളത് എന്താണ് ബീം why you are choosing this BIM course? BIM.
I'm very deeply interested in drafting.
Sorry, I can't hear you properly. What?
Can you hear me, madam, now?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. I'm deeply interested in drafting.
Drafting.
Drafting, yes.
Okay.
So I found BIM is like it's very easy for drafting. I mean, Rivet. I mean, not BIM. Helps us in many ways. Like when we draw a 2D structure, it represents a 3D things, and
Yes.
many other users were there.
Yes. You will get the features automatically, right?
Yes.
Yeah, of course. And here I have some offline students too. Let me ask to them too. Any ideas?
Services,
Building services with the corporate. So what's the benefit? What's the use? Yeah, we can reduce the clashes between the different disciplines. That is the one use. Any other? Cost estimation we can. Cloud-based development system. Okay, so you've got the overall ideas. Okay, Google will. Google anyway, so I just opened one slide. Today I'm taking only the BIM introduction. So what's the BIM uses, where we are using, so and different softwares which is come under the BIM technology. Okay, and tomorrow onwards we are taking the courses. So I think you guys are taking master course now. So, yeah. So for the master course, mainly we have Revit software. So Revit architecture and Revit structure is included, and Navius Workspace. Then AutoCAD, 3ds Max, SketchUp, Lumion. These are the softwares. And
AutoCAD Lumion. We know AutoCAD Lumion.
AutoCAD. If you know AutoCAD?
With the Lumion.
Lumion, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you know the Lumion, you can skip it and you can choose other softwares. So AutoCAD, 3D Max, SketchUp, Lumion, and Dyroots. And one more software is there. Dyroots and then Dynamo. And what about Balaji and Banu? You are going to take master course or professional course?
I'm going with the professional course.
Professional course, huh? Okay. And Balaji? Okay. So professional course means we are including Revit architecture, Revit structure, Navius Works, AutoCAD, and Dynamo. Master course have some additional options. Course structures be different. Okay, anyway, let's go to the slide. Hope you can see it. Okay, so in BIM, what is BIM? Initially, I'm not very fluent in English. If you feel any difficulties, you may please ask. Okay, and if you need to correct in that, you can correct it. Anyway, in that, what is BIM? Building Information Modeling. So from the name, you will get the idea. Building information modeling. When you are going to do a modeling, at the time of modeling, you can input the informations too. So maybe you guys are familiar with the AutoCAD and any other 3D software, you know? SketchUp. Okay. So when you are modeling in a SketchUp, you can extrude the models. Okay. But there is no options to input the informations of the model. Okay. You can extract the wall. You can put the doors and you can put the windows there. But we are not adding any informations regarding the door or window or wall there. Okay. So this is the main advantage. If you are generating a 3D model, you are extracting a 3D model. When you are extracting, you can input the informations too. That informations means maybe it's a physical informations or a functional informations. Some information we can see directly, some we cannot see. So all the seen and unseen informations we can add it to the models. That is BIM. So normally there is a misconception that BIM is a single software. So actually BIM is not a single software. BIM is a platform. It's a technology. It's a combination of multiple softwares. So all the stages, we have different stages. So initially we have to plan it, then we have to model it, then we have to construct it. After that we have to hand over the model to the client. So these are the various stages. Okay, it's okay. Okay. So these are the various stages. So all the stages have different software supports. So BIM is a platform which is the combination of multiple softwares. Okay. Next, it's giving a little bit more information regarding what is BIM. So they are giving a short definition. What is BIM? Building Information Modeling is a digital representation of building project that includes both its physical and functional characteristics. That's I told you already. When you are extracting a 3D model, normally you will have a 2D. From 2D to 3D, you are extracting that model. When you are extracting, you can input, you can give the information regarding that model. So that information, maybe it's a physical or it's a functional information. Okay. Simple. Consider I am a client. I want to make a building. Let's start from a small scale. For example, I want to construct a house. So you are engineers or you are architect. So initially, and the requirements in okay. So you guys are note down all the requirements. Then you should visit the site first. Okay. When you are visiting, obviously you will have a surveyor. That surveyor will measure all the plots and collecting survey data. Okay, so we got the first step, that is first initially we get the requirement from client, then we are making a survey drawing. From that survey drawing, we are extracting the 2D plan. Okay, with the discussion of the client, you will get the idea how they want the building. Then from that idea, you are extracting or you are making a 2D plan. Then you are going to make the 3D models. Okay. After that, at the time of 3D model, you can give all the informations. For example, you are generating a wall. So that wall, maybe it's a brick wall, or it's a cement block wall, or it's a laterite wall, or it's a metal stud wall. So all the information, if it is a metal stud, which type of metal stud you are using, or which layers you are adding to that layer wall. So all the information you can give them. This is very easy to the next person. The construction persons can make their workflow become simple. Okay, after the creation of 3D model, what's the next stage? 3D model develop it.
Construction.
Definitely. We have to find out the clashes over there. If it is a small scale, there is a less chance for the clashes. But just assume you have a 50-story building or you have a 100-story building. So definitely, see, this picture is showing a large scale project. If it is a large scale, there is not only a civil engineer or an architect, other disciplines also working there, like mechanical peoples are there, electrical peoples are there, plumbing, fire, landscape, telecommunication, interior designing peoples are there. So many disciplines are working together. So definitely there is a chance of clashes. So after creating the 3D model, so the 3D model development, each disciplines are making their model separately. So you guys are art people, so you are generating the art models. So I'm basically a civil engineer, so definitely I should make the frame structures, structural models. Okay, so the third person is a mechanical engineer. He is doing the mechanical part. Electrical person is doing the electrical part, and fire person is doing the fire part. So all are the different Revit models or different BIM models. At the time of finding the clashes, we are merging all the different softwares or all the different models together. Then only you can find out the clashes. And if there is any clash, we can rectify it using some softwares and we can reduce the errors. Okay. Then the fourth stage is finding out the clash. Next, you have to file to generating shop drawing extraction. The shop drawings we are handovering to the site. So obviously we have to give some data to the site. Using that data, they are generating the building models. Okay. So we are extracting shop drawings. Then we are handovering the data to the site. So on site construction, next stage is the construction stage. So at the stage of construction, the model will develop there. After that, the development model handover to the client. So once it's handover to the client, definitely there is a chance for maintenance or operations in the future. That is facility management. So these are the different stages which is going through the BIM model. So if you are generating a model in the BIM, means it's having different stages. So that stages are given at the bottom arrow. See, it involves the creation, management, sharing of data through the entire life cycle of a building project. Actually, they are written only 2 or 3 words. Actually, the creation which means planning and developing the 2D model and 3D model, all the disciplines. After that, we have to find out the clashes. Then we have to extract the shop drawings. Then it's passing through the site. There they are making the constructions. After that, the constructed model is handed over to the client. Then after that, there is a management team. Obviously, there is a management team. They are take care of the renovation work or maintenance works. So these are the different stages. എന്തുകൊണ്ടാണ് ഇതിങ്ങനെ പറയുന്നതെന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ obviously if you are going for an interview, there is a chance of asking you the question how the BIM models is working or what are the stages the BIM model is going through. So definitely you should give the answer like this. Initially it's a planning, then model development, then clash detection, then shop drawing extraction. Clash detection before that, after the modeling and clash, in between the modeling and clash detection, there is coordination. So coordination is a very important word because all the different disciplines are attaching together in the coordination stage. So initially it's a planning, then modeling, then coordination, then clash detection, after that construction and maintenance. These are the various stages. If you want to note down, ഇത് നോട്ട് ഡൗൺ ചെയ്യുന്നത് നല്ലതായിരിക്കും. ഒരാൾ ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ടല്ലേ? ഓക്കെ. Balaji and Banu, is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes, yes.
bye. Okay. Planning, then modeling, coordination, clash detection, shop drawing extraction, construction and management. Correct. So these are the various stages which is including in the BIM model. Next is just a brief history about BIM. So already you guys know, initially at the time of 70s or 60s, we are using hand drafting. So what's the difficulties of hand drafting? It's taking too much of time. Correction making is difficult, and neatness another difficulty. Okay, so laterly the end of 80s, at the industry, they are introduced 2D modeling software. That's for AutoCAD software. So AutoCAD is initially for the 2D development only. But at the end of 90s, again 3D model software was introduced. AutoCAD 3D is one of the examples. But now it's time for BIM. So why we are telling now it's time for BIM? Initially hand drafting, then move to 2D, then move to 3D. But now not only 3D, we have some other dimensions too. So we have dimensions up to 7D. Recently 80 and 90s we introduced in the industry, but here now I'm telling about up to 7D. So different dimensions are included in the BIM process. Not only 2D and 3D, 4D, 5D, 6D, 7D. Recently, which is extended up to 9D. So what are these dimensions? We'll explain later in the slide which is included. Okay. Before telling about dimensions, let's move to the slide. LOD. This is one of the main terminology in the BIM industry. In the LOD, what is LOD? Level of detail or level of development. Okay. Here we are given a small representation. So you can understand different LODs are here, LOD 100 to LOD 500. So LOD 100, 200, 300, 350, 400 and 500. These are the various stages or various development levels. So in that, what is level of detailing or what is level of development means? How much amount of detail or information you have to add to the model. Okay. So when you're working in an industry, for example, I'm the team lead and you guys are working in a project. So definitely, or I'm the client. So definitely the client will give an input file to you, and the person will tell you should create the model up to LOD 300 or should develop the model LOD 350. So each stage having the amount of information. If it is LOD 100 means you should give the information very limitedly. If it is LOD 200, you have to add little more information. If it is LOD 300, you should add again little more. So LOD 500 is the maximum stage. Let me explain each stages. So LOD 100, that's known as conceptual stage. This is very important. Normally, interviews in the main questions what is LODs, and they will ask you the different LODs. Okay. So this is the first LOD, LOD 100. So the LOD 100 is known as conceptual design. Okay. Door എന്ന് പറയുമ്പോൾ എന്താണ് നിങ്ങളുടെ മനസ്സിൽ വരുന്നത്? Door. Its shape. What's its shape? Door. Square or rectangle. See, that's LOD 100. Only we are giving a conceptual design. That is LOD 100, giving a basic concept. So if it is a door, maybe it's a square or rectangle. So you have to give their the minimum data. If I want to make a building, I'm assuming that building is for For example, that client is asking me to develop a building up to 15 story. So that 15-story building rough plan, you make a rough sketch and you have to extrude that building up to 15 height. So that's, we are not adding any walls, floors, roofs, nothing we are adding. We just created a profile and extruded that profile up to the required height. That's LOD 100, giving a minimum information. Only you have to consider there the orientation or location of the building. Definitely you have a site. Suppose a rectangular, this is my site, a rectangular shape site. So there you have the idea where you want to create the model. So you are aware of the location or orientation of the building. That's okay. The location or orientation is important and the rough shape is the important. You are not considering nothing, walls, roofs, anything you doesn't need to consider here. Okay. So the minimum information that's giving in LOD 100. And if it is a door, consider a rectangular shape or a square shape. And if you are considering you are making the drawing in LOD 200 means that is schematic stage. That is the second stage. You have to give a rough quantity size. That means approximate quantity and size should give here. Okay. Why we are saying approximate? It's the discussion stage. At this stage, you have to discuss your plan with the client. Suppose I'm making a okay, assume this building I'm going to construct. It's a 13-story building. Okay, we generated the entire rough plan and creating each stories, each levels. So definitely 13 stories are there. And obviously substructures be here, but 13 stories created and each level I'm making a plan. So I'm considering this room size is 300 by 300 centimeter, and I'm giving this plan to the client. But he need a little bit more room size. So definitely he will make some suggestions there. So should change the room size 300 to 350 or 350 to 400. So it's a discussion stage. Okay. So in LOD 200, it's an approximate values. Anytime that values, that quantities, that size may change. Clear? Then LOD 100, we are just excluding a shape. It's a rectangular shape, considering the building shape as a rectangle. Then if you are making the model in LOD 200, you have to assign different levels, and each level, each story make a rough plan. But it's not a fixed size, fixed quantity. At any time it can change because it's the stage of discussion. Clear, Anlo? And next, LOD 300. This is the detailed design. In detailed design, after all the discussions, we fixing one dimensions or quantity with the client. Once after the fixing, we have to move to the third stage, that is LOD 300. So that is detailed design. Here, all the dimensions, shape, size, everything should be accurate. If you are working in LOD 300, you are not supposed to change your room dimensions or door dimensions, window dimensions. That you can change at the LOD 200. Okay. And if it's the case of a door, initially I told you to assume a door. So at the LOD 100, you assumed it a rectangular shape or a square shape. And if it is LOD 200, for a door, definitely have a frame. The outer thing is known as frame and the inner thing is known as panels or shutters. So you are making the panels and frames separately. But in the case of LOD 300, if it is a door, you should give the frame thickness, depth, width properly, shutter thickness, width, depth, height, everything properly, and you may have to add the materials too. Okay. If it is a door should definitely have a material, wooden material, steel material, anything. Should give the materials too. Okay. Next, LOD 350. This is the construction documentation stage. Okay. So at this stage of LOD 350, we are here. All the different disciplines are generating their models individually. Architecture models are generating their models individually. Civil peoples are generating their model individually. Mechanical, electrical, plumbing persons are take care of their models. But if you are making the model in the 350, the project you are assigned in 350 means you have to collaborate, you have to club in all the models together. That coordination stage is LOD 350 stage. Initially, I told you planning, 2D model development, 3D model development, then what? Coordination. Coordination is collaborate, clash detection. So this coordination that is known as LOD 350 stage. So in this stage, we are doing the collaboration and clash detection, and we are extracting the documents, shop drawing extraction. All these three things are doing at this stage LOD 350. Clear? Okay. So that is coordinating the multiple disciplines together. We are extracting the drawings. So this extracting drawings is known as IFC. Issue for construction drawings. So this is the documentation stage. So in documentation, we are coordinating different disciplines together. We are finding out the clashes. Then we are extracting the shop drawings. Extraction shop drawing is known as IFC, issue for construction drawings. Then next, so this is the next stage, LOD 400. So this is the construction stage. So after extracting the IFC, we are handovering the data to the site. So using that details, we are modeling, we are developing the models on the site. So that's known as fabrication and assembly. So it's the construction stage. So fabrication and assembly in the sense, before starting the construction, you have to arrange all the materials, labors, equipments, okay, should arrange on the site properly, then we are starting the construction. Okay. So this is the construction stage. And the last one is LOD 500. That's known as built. After the construction, we have to hand over this model to the client. So that handovering stage is known as LOD 500. But if your project is in LOD 500 means, why we are telling it's as built? After the construction, you have to measure the entire thing again. Definitely, at the stage of LOD 350, we are handovering one file shop drawing to the site. Maybe due to the site conditions or due to the weather condition or due to the material unavailability, our plan may be changed. എന്തെങ്കിലും റീസൺസ് കൊണ്ട് നമ്മുടെ പ്ലാനിൽ ചിലപ്പോൾ ചേഞ്ചസ് വരാനുള്ള ചാൻസസ് ഉണ്ട്. So initially, you may have to plot the entire plan again. That's the stage LOD 5. So you should measure the thing again and do the plotting again, remeasure it and do the initial plotting stage and compare the initial plan with the final plan. So if there is any changes on the final plan, we are handovering the final plan to the maintenance team. Okay, future renovation work or future operation work, we are using this final plan. So that's known as built. So these are the different stages. Okay. In the example of door, LOD 300, we are adding proper size, proper materials. And if it is constructing in LOD 350 means door like hinges, screws, handles, everything should add in the LOD 350 and find out the clashes. Coordination, nothing is there to coordinate. It's a door only, but there is a chance of clashes. So find out the clashes and extract the shop drawings. And LOD 400, you are generating that model on the site. LOD 500 means after completing the door. Suppose that door is completed, then you have to measure it, each and everything, and replot it on the software and make sure the initial plan and final plan have any changes or clashes. Clashes or changes or not. And if there is any changes, you should issue this final plan to the client. Clear? So these are the different stages. Balaji, okay or no?
Okay.
Okay. Bhanu?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, already we discussed the life cycle. Already I told you, initially we are doing the planning, then we are doing the designing, then the production, construction and operation. Planning, you can see there is a programming. Programming is not a computer programming. Programming is not down the scope of works. The initial discussions with the client. Obviously, when you are meeting a client, he has a lot of concerns. So we note down his concerns. So that's known as the programming. Then after that, we are going to the second stage, that is the design. Initially, we are developing a conceptual model. Using that conception, we are going to the detailed design. In detailed design, all the different disciplines are generating their models. Then handovering to the third stage, that is the production. They are doing the collaboration and clash detection, then making the shop drawing extractions. That's the documentation. Using that document on site constructions will take care. So that's the construction stage. After that, we are handovering the data to the client. So after handovering, there is a chance of operation and maintenance. So if there is any operation or maintenance, definitely again it's going for operation, maintenance or renovation. Definitely we are doing the planning again. So it's a life cycle. അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് ഇതൊരു ലൈഫ് സൈക്കിൾ ആയിട്ട് കൺസിഡർ ചെയ്യുന്നത്. അതവിടെ തീരുന്നില്ല. ബിൽഡിങ്ങിന്റെ ലൈഫ് തീരുന്നോടം വരെ അതവിടെ ഉണ്ടാകും. ഈ ഒരു പ്രോസസ് ഇങ്ങനെ കണ്ടിന്യൂ ചെയ്തോണ്ട്. ക്ലിയർ? ഓക്കെ. അപ്പൊ നമ്മള് സ്റ്റാർട്ടിങ് സ്ലൈഡിൽ പറഞ്ഞിരുന്നു ഇറ്റ്സ് ടൈം ഫോർ BIM. സോ BIM ഹാവ് ഡിഫറെന്റ് ഡയമെൻഷൻസ്. 2D എന്താണെന്ന് യു ഗൈസ് നോ വാട്ട് ഈസ് 2D. 3D നിങ്ങൾക്കറിയാം, 3 ഡയമെൻഷൻ ആണ്. ആൻഡ് വാട്ട് ഈസ് 4D?
Time.
Time. Considering the time. Okay. 5D, considering the cost. Okay. Definitely, if a client നിങ്ങളുടെ അടുത്ത് വരുവാണെങ്കിൽ he has the so should complete the model, should construct the building within 6 months or 1 year. So time is very important, and the budget. നമ്മളൊരു വീട് വെക്കുവാണെങ്കിൽ we have the budget. Okay. 50 lakh or 1 crore. Budget നമ്മളുടെ അടുത്തുണ്ടാവും. So all very important, time and cost are very important. Okay. So 4D is considering the time and 5D is considering the cost. So 4D and 5D ആണ് cost estimate and budgeting നടക്കുന്നത്. Okay. Next, 6D, that is energy analysis. So different disciplines ഉണ്ടെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ്, if it is a structural building, should do the analysis first, whether the structure is pass or fail. If it is fail, so the pass ആണെങ്കിൽ മാത്രമേ we can construct it. So that kind of energy analysis നമ്മൾ നടത്തുന്നതിനെയാണ് 6D എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. Okay. And last one is the 7D, that is facility management. So after the construction, we are handovering the file or we are handovering the model to the client. So told you there is a chance of maintenance, operation or renovation purpose. So if there is a maintenance or operation, that's considering as a facility management. Simply പറയുകയാണെങ്കിൽ, just assume ഈ ഒരു ബിൽഡിംഗില് ഈ ഒരു റൂമിനകത്ത് there is a door. Okay. It's a glass door, right? So after 1 year or 2 year, is this glass door have any crack or it's എന്തെങ്കിലും ഒരു ചെറിയ correction വന്നു. So definitely we have to replace that door. Construct ചെയ്ത പേഴ്സൺ ആയിരിക്കില്ല ഫ്യൂച്ചറിൽ അത് ഓപ്പറേറ്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ വേണ്ടി വരുന്നത്. ഓക്കെ, ഏതെങ്കിലും ഒരാളായിരിക്കും വരും. So that person doesn't know about the details about the door. It's make difficult. So maybe എന്താ പറയണ്ടേ, ഇതൊരു ഈസി ആയിട്ട് റിമൂവ് ചെയ്യേണ്ട ഡോർ അല്ല എങ്കിൽ അയാൾ അത് റിമൂവ് ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ചിലപ്പോൾ അത് ഫുള്ള് പൊട്ടിപ്പോകും. ഓക്കെ, അപ്പൊ നമ്മൾ ആ ഡോറിന്റെ ഡീറ്റെയിൽസ് നമ്മളുടെ കയ്യിൽ ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ 3D മോഡലിനകത്ത്.
Sorry, I couldn't understand Malayalam.
Oh, sorry.
Okay,
So you are from where?
I'm from Andhra.
Oh, no. This guy is from Andhra. So he doesn't know Malayalam. Okay, so the facility management. Okay, facility
I
management.
understood some maybe security. I heard that facility management may be useful for security office in a organization.
Not only the security thing, for the future development or for the future work. So you have a large scale building. Okay, just assume you have a large scale building. So it's a 50-story building, and at the 10-story you have a wall. So that wall, it's not a brick wall; it's a metal stud wall. So you want to but you want to make some holes over there.
Yes.
If you are directly drilled it, so maybe the metal stud will collapse or any other in the area. It will generate one cracks or any damages will occur there. Okay, so if you have that wall entire details or wall information, you can use that information and you can check that wall is what type of wall and where you can do the drilling or where you can make the changes. And all the information you have there, you can easily do it. So
Maybe it can be used by the repair and maintenance department
repairing,
of an organization.
maintenance, and the operation department is using this dimension 7.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
Okay. Okay, Balaji, you clear now?
Yes, ma'am. Clear.
So not only the 70, at present 80 and 90s are introduced in the industry. 80 for the safety features. Okay, 90 is also management purpose. No introducing. Okay. So, but here we are introducing up to 70 only because 80 and 90s are recently introduced in the industry. So these are about the BIM. So now you got some idea about what is BIM. So how the technology is working. So which dimensions are involved in the BIM. Next, we are telling about different BIM tools. So in early, I told you BIM is not a single software. It's the combination of multiple software. Okay, so here we had a discussion about different stages. So at the planning, one stage, and design another stage, protection, construction, and operation. So definitely each stage supporting different softwares. At the stage of design, we can use AutoCAD, Revit, 3ds Max, SketchUp, Lumion, V-Ray. Different modeling softwares are there. At the stage of protection, we can use, you have to use collaboration for the see, initially you have to do collaborate. You have to make the collaborated model. So you can use Navious-Works and you can find out clashes using Navious-Works and Solibri Checker, another clash detecting software, and StatPro, ETABS. These are the structural analysis softwares, etc. Tekla is street structural analysis software. And then the stage of construction, we are using Primavera MSP management softwares. And the stage of operation, we can use COBI. COBI is supporting 70. COBI. Okay. We'll explain later what is COBI. So here, given some different software icons. So just getting an idea about the softwares. Not only this, all softwares we can use. So many software are supporting under BIM. Autodesk Revit, Tekla, Bentley, Triple Connect, Graphene, Solibri. Okay. So Autodesk Revit is one of the major software using in the BIM industry because already we discussed different disciplines can work together. So all the disciplines can use this software. That's why we are using Revit. So Revit is one of the most important tools in the BIM industry. AEC, have you heard about AEC? Architects, engineers, and contractors. Yeah, so all of them can use this software, Revit. Architects can use, engineers can use, and similarly the contract persons can use. It's a very user-friendly software. It's not a 3D model development. You can do the documentation, you can do the construction supporting, and you can do the support the 4D, it support the 5D, it support the 6D, and it support the 7D. All the dimensions are supporting together in this software. Okay. Tekla structure, that's only for the steel structure analysis and design. Bentley for the RCC structure analysis and design. Triple Connect, it's a cloud-based platform for the management purpose. Graphy software, Graphy ArchiCAD software, it's like a Revit using for developing the 3D models, but it's not user-friendly when you're comparing with Revit. And different stakeholders, different disciplines can never work together in the ArchiCAD software. It's mainly for the architectural purpose. And Solibri model checker, it's like a Navious-Works to find out the clashes. And more than this, AutoCAD is under BIM tool, 3ds Max, SketchUp, Navious-Works, Primavera, must be, so many softwares are. So as I told you, Revit is the one of the most using software in the BIM industry. So that's why here we are giving more importance on Revit. So we are more focusing on the Revit architecture, and we are including the Revit structures too, giving an idea how to generate a 3D models in the structure part. Then we are taking Navisworks. So the main features of Revit architecture is, this is the main advantage, multidisciplinary coordination. Different disciplines can work together. Now you know art, structure, electrical, plumbing, fire, everyone can work together in this place. Next is work sharing. At the time you told you, work sharing is possible. So in an industry, one person is not assigned for a big project. That project is divided for multiple persons. For example, we are together working in the project. So we are dividing the project. If it is a 50-story building, we are dividing maybe floor wise. Normally it's a floor wise. We are dividing it to all the peoples together. So physically, if you are in a place, we can share the data using LAN connection. Okay. But if you are not in a single place, we have to transfer the data. We have to communicate. We have to exchange this information. At the time, we are using this BIM 360. So BIM 360 is a cloud-based platform that's using for exchanging data for the communication and for giving the informations to, passing out the informations to pass it. Okay. And another one advantage of Revit is it's a library. I think in SketchUp already have some libraries. Similarly, here you will get libraries. So almost all the components are available there. Otherwise, if you want to generate, if you want to create any kind of animation, that be possible here. Already door libraries there. So many types of door you can get it from the library, or if you want to customize it, you can customize it from the families. Customization be possible. Next is linking. Linking means all the different disciplines at the time, the last time we have to combine it together. So that collaboration, that combination, that collaboration is known as linking. Next, schedules and estimation is possible there. We can find out the quantitative of that means we can support the 4D and we can support the 5D. So these are the main features of Revit. And this is one example of a federated. Okay, so here it's giving all are the Revit files. So this is one art file, and the green colors are representing the HVAC mechanical parts, and the blue color things are representing the electrical, and the red colors are the fire, and the purple colors are the plumbing. So the plumbing person is generating his model, and the fire team is generating their model, and each disciplines are generating their model. So mainly architecture model is the main one. So who is developed the architecture model? They are collecting all the other disciplines files and they are merging it together. So that merged file is known as federated. So in this federated model, you can see the entire thing. So that gray color dotted, that's indicating your art file, and HVAC file is there, electrical file is there, fire is there, plumb is there. So the client will get a clear idea about the final model. And using this federated model, you can find out the clashes. Different disciplines are at the same point, and if at the same point having any two elements, there is definitely a clash. So when you generate a federated model, you can export this model to the Navisworks or Solibri checker, then you can find out the clashes. Okay. Already I told you BIM 360. BIM 360 is a cloud-based platform. It's not a software. So there is always a misconception. BIM 360 is a software. No, it's not a software. It's a cloud-based platform. It's a hub. There you can exchange your data, so you can communicate, you can coordinate each other. Okay. Normally for sharing the projects each other. And next feature is about Navisworks. So already you got some ideas about what is Navisworks. Navisworks is a good 3D model reviewer. So why 3D model? If you're working in a company now, definitely once in a week or twice in a week, there is a meeting with the consultant or there will be a meeting with the client. So at the time of meeting, you may have to open your project and discuss the things. So always opening the Revit is very difficult. Revit file is very heavy. So it's at the time of meetings, operations are very difficult. And all the if you are combining all the disciplines together, it's taking too much time. So what you're doing, you are exporting your model to Navisworks. There you can reduces the file sizes and it's easy to operate. So that's why it's told it's a good 3D model reviewer. A large size file can operate easily in Navisworks software. It's not a model software, it's just a viewer software. You cannot model anything on Navisworks. Whatever thing you want to model, you should go back to your Revit and there you have to create the model. It's only viewer software. And you can find out the clashes. That's the another main advantages. Then you can do the coordination and collaboration, and it's a good rendering software. So these are the main features of Navisworks. So this is one example of the clashes. See, at a point here, two different disciplines are given there. That green color is the structural one, and red color is some other discipline. Suppose it's a kind of mechanical. It's a mechanical thing. So see, one element is overlapped with the other. Okay, so there is a clash. Practically, clash until it's very difficult on the site. The first person is constructing, for example, the structural team is constructing their beam. Okay. Then suppose here you want to pass this plumbing item to the another. If there is a beam, it's very difficult to pass to him. Only you may have to compromise your design. You should change your plan from here to other places, or you have to drill your beam and pass the pipe throughout the beam. So time, Ashtavana, then cost, then what material. Okay. So before the construction, if you are finding out the clash, it's easy for your project. You can reduces the cost, you can reduces the time, and you can save your project time. These are the benefits already we discussed entire thing. So that if you are generating a model in the BIM, you see these are the advantages. Better collaboration between the different stakeholders. That means with different disciplines, you can improve the communications between. Another advantage for see, if you are working, you guys are working in the architecture and I'm working in the structural, and the different disciplines are working together. We can share the files together. So at the time of working the architectural file, the structural team can able to see this. So the communication, there is always a communication. Okay. So that communication makes the work so easy. So that's here written, it's improve the communication. Okay. And we can improve the cost, we can reduces the errors and wastages, site risk we can reduce. These are the better end result. So these are the main benefits. Next, all over the world, BIM is a mandatory. Okay. Why? Because some countries are marked here: US, UK, Norway, Australia, Japan. Okay. At present, India, it's not a mandatory, but future within 2 or 3 years, it become mandatory here. Why it's mandatory? Right now, I don't know how the എങ്ങനെയാണ് തമിഴ്നാട്ടിലെ സാങ്ഷൻ ഡ്രോയിങ്സ് എങ്ങനെയാണ് നിങ്ങൾ പെർമിറ്റ് എടുക്കുന്നത് എങ്ങനെയാ so what's the procedure?
You want to plan and give to the municipality, they will come.
So what plan you are giving? Only the floor plan.
Floor plan section.
Floor plan section only. There is no site plan, service plan, key plan. Everything should give. And structural plan too. Structural plan will be there. But in Kerala, we know doesn't need any structural plan. For getting the approval, we have to submit first a plan. Okay, detailed plan should give, then generate a site plan, service plan, and key plan. This is enough. Okay, then we are submitting this file either online or offline. That municipality team or corporate team will visit our site and check all the dimensions are proper or not. After that, they are approving it. Okay, we are getting sanctions. But in the case of mandatory countries, they doesn't need a 2D plan like a floor plan, site plan or service plan. There we have to submit the 3D models too. Entire 3D model with what kind of material you are going to add there. Okay, so entire and should submit all the disciplines too. If it is a large scale project, not only artifact, you have to add that if there is definitely there is a structural wing is there. Definitely there is mechanical people are there. So you should combine all the files together and should submit the collaborated files too. Why that? Why? Because now it's easy for the future work. Okay. So the government get all the details. So mandatory all over the world, the job chances are very high. So there doesn't know or that people doesn't have trained ആളുകൾ. So obviously they are considering India, the countries that they are considering, and we are getting a lot of jobs. So I think you guys know about our parent company. We haven't, sorry, I forgot to introduce about our company. So we have one parent company that's known as GTG, which is located in the Kakinada Info Park. Okay. So there we are doing all kind of BIM services. Across the world, we are getting different projects. Mainly we are focusing on the UK project and United Arab Emirates projects. Okay. And US projects be there. And all the disciplines are working together there. Mechanical wing is there, electrical wing is there, arc wing is there, structural wing is there. Okay. And here we are not taking the sessions tool oriented. We are more focusing on the project. So after completing your courses, first you have to complete your architecture, then you have to complete your structure, then you should complete the navies works. After that, we are conducting a mock section, that's an interview section. Once you clear the interview, not so much questions, it's simple questions regarding the Revit software. So once you clear the interview, we will go to the project. So we are having different projects, allowed 200, 300, and 350, depending on the course. Professional course, it will 200 and 300. If it is a master course, it comes 350. So 3 different international projects you are going to do. All these 3 international projects from different countries, different unit system. Okay, maybe it's a metric and empirical unit system. Next, at the time of classes, we are doing different assessments. Assessments mainly small scale assessments. Maybe it's a residential thing, but the projects are a large one. A large scale industry projects like next slide is about a comparison between junior site engineer, civil engineer with a BIM engineer. This is not only for the freshers that doesn't have any idea about the BIM field. So you guys are you worked?
Doing that.
Okay. Okay, so you know how to get at the industry. As a junior engineer or junior civil engineer, you make it maybe depends on the location, depends on the firm, the scale will vary. Okay, maybe it's 10 to 15. But if you are initially working as a BIM engineer, your salary scale is static. At present, our company, they are giving more than 15,000 for the freshers. Okay, so depends on the location, depends on your firm. That scale will vary. When you're comparing with the site engineer or civil engineer, the BIM field, BIM engineers are getting more salaries. Once you completed 1 year or 2 years, you can demand it. But at the same time, if it is you are a civil engineer or you are the architectures, for completing 5 or 6 years, you can demand, but the getting salary is very low compared with the big food. Okay. Actually, the initial position is not a BIM engineer, it's BIM modeler. Okay. That too changes depends on the companies and locality. Maybe it's a BIM expert or BIM modeler or junior BIM engineer or Revit modeler. So different positions are there. Once you complete your 2 years, you can upgrade to your position. That becomes, see, here they are given it's a BIM modeler, but normally initially it's a BIM modeler, then BIM modeler to it's going a BIM engineer. Okay. After 2 years, you become a leader, then you become a BIM engineer, then you go to a BIM coordinator and BIM manager. These are the different positions. So the final one is the BIM manager. And in here, they are getting the BIM coordinators are getting more than 1 lakh. So depends on your performance, your company, and your locality. Everything will change. So this about the BIM. So I think you get some idea what's BIM, what's the usages, where we are using. What about you, Bhanu and Balaji?
Yes, yeah, understood. For a better understanding of LOD that you have told, can I tell my example? My work example is
Yes, you can.
I'm on client side. I'm
Okay.
working in an organization. I'm on client side. I should be monitoring projects taken by the contractors. I should be monitoring all the projects in my organization, which were in my organization. So we have architects.
Okay.
Also, we have architects and consultants. They were giving us drawings, 3D drawings, 2D drawings, fire, everything. Even they give BOQs also.
Okay. Okay.
So can I say that architects were working at LOD 300 stage?
Mostly architectures are working up to LOD 300. Okay.
And
Let
then
me open it. So actually the stage 350 is okay. So at the stage of LOD 350, the architectures are developing their model. Once it's completed, different disciplines are there. Okay, so all the disciplines are combining their model together. That's the LOD 350. So here, if you are generating that model with LOD 350, you may have to complete the model first. So the architectures are completing their model LOD 300. Then they are transferring that model to this next person. So they are collaborating. They are developing the federated model together. The federated model generation that is known as the coordination. The coordination is doing in LOD 350. Then we have to find out the clashes. That's doing in LOD 350. Then we have to extract the shop drawings. That's doing in LOD 350. So all the modeling which we are completed at LOD 300. LOD 300, all the models are completed. Whatever the walls, doors, windows, every architecture components are completing there. So there they have to give a proper size, proper shape, and proper material. Everything should complete on them. Okay, once it's completed,
different
next stage
departments
is LOD 350.
come together.
That's only for the documentation construction.
Okay, yes. And me here at site, I'll be managing different departments, electrical, civil, everyone I'll be managing. So can I say that I'm working in LOD 400 stage? Hello? Can you hear me? Balaji, I think ma'am left.
Yeah, I think so.
Yes, that's right.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello?
Audible, na?
Yes, yes, you are.
Okay. So, is it clear?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So, anything else you want to know?
Here, I am at site work, managing all departments like electrical, civil. I'll be looking over everything here, coordinating. And
Mhm.
so, can I say that I'm working at LOD 400 stage? No?
So, you are right now, you are on the site, na?
Yes,
So that's the construction stage, na?
correct.
So that's LOD 400 because you have to take care of all the disciplines together at the site. So whatever things, whatever changes happening on the site, that's come under LOD 400.
Yes,
Okay.
clear, clear. Thank you.
Balaji,
Yes, madam.
anything?
Hello.
Is it clear or anything? Do you have any doubt?
No, madam.
Okay.
I'm idea about the beam.
Okay. And by the way, one more thing, and if it is LOD 400, should actually it's a on-site thing, but if it is LOD 400, definitely you have the management software too. You have work progress that's in the MSP and primary what we are doing. Daily updations we are not on the daily updations. Na? So definitely you should assign your model with the daily updations softwares like MSP and primary. So you have to collaborate with that team.
Okay.
Uh,
Does MSP and Primavera, all these softwares come under BIM,
Definitely it's coming up.
even SketchUp?
Yeah, SketchUp.
Okay.
AutoCAD, SketchUp, 3D Max, Revit, Stat, heat tabs, must be Primavera, all are commendable.
Okay. So for LOD 400 working, we need to use MSP and Primavera.
Primavera too.
Are these alternative or we can use?
No. Either you can use MSP or yeah, alternatively. Which one is comfortable to that project team? So maybe at India normally we are using MSP only. So
MSP, yes.
yeah,
MSP and Primavera
MSP.
also. Yes.
And Primavera also using, but large scale industries are using Primavera. Since
Yes.
small scale industries are choosing MSP, the MSP is a little bit user friendly. So definitely they are updating their daily works, and so that software will give at what time you are going to complete your project and how much
Yes.
cost is remaining, how much labor is remaining for doing one job, how much labor is required. So you can do the labor require what allocations properly with that software.
And also, BIM 360 is an online platform, right? For the
Yes.
viewing different models, different drawings.
We can check the model, we can view the model, so we can. So normally this is using at the time of meetings and all. Okay, so
No, that's what I'm asking you. Like, this can be used in only LOD 400 stage. I mean,
no. Everyone can use. So if you're working in a means, see, 5 persons are working in a project. So that's 5 persons are not physically in a place. 5 are in different countries or different locations. They have to communicate. They have to exchange their data to one person to another person. They are using this platform.
no,
Okay, so
communication, coordination, and data exchange, everything happens while in the site management only, no?
No, actually, it's a hub. We are saving all the files in this platform hub. So you see, after many
Sure.
years, you can extract the data from there, and your file size will reduce us there, and mainly for the communication purpose and coordinations.
Okay, it may be used while drafting, and I mean, it may be used while modeling, and can be used in the management also. I mean, LOD 400 stage also.
Any stages you can use it.
Any stages we can use, yes.
You can use it. Not only in LOD 100, it's usable up to LOD 500 because you are working in a big project. Yeah, that every time you should communicate with one person to other person. So if it is NOD 100 or if it is NOD 500, you may have to communicate with the second person. So at the
Yes.
time of communication, you can use this platform.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Anything else? Think any doubt? Okay, clear. Okay. So I'm winding up today's session. And for 1 week, I'm going to take the lectures from 2 to 3 p.m. Next week, we can update the time to morning. Okay. And you guys are comfortable for the morning time? Balaji and Balu?
Actually, I'm working now. I'm a working professional now, so I would like to take up the sessions in the evening if possible.
Okay. Night batches. Okay, let me check it with the availability. Actually, currently I have night batches, which is already at 7:30 to 8:30 one batch is going, and another batch is 8:30 to 9:30. Okay, let me check the schedules and I will inform. I will call you separately. Okay.
Yes, yes. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so I'm winding up today's session. Continue tomorrow. Okay.